Hey folks, Kilt-Man here. Kilt-Man at your tiger striped services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Welcome to the magazine edition on the Kilt-Man channel. Notice I didn't say Monday magazine edition because as we've now learned over the last couple of weeks that I can't do them on a Monday. Just things happen. Stuff. The tumbleweeds of real life get right in the way and obstruct me and trip me up, pull the rug from under me, and I can't do the magazine on a Monday. But you know what? The beauty of the magazine edition is we just shoot the shit. Just talk a load of twaddle. Talk about what's happened, what's happening right now, what may yet come to happen. And so does it really make any difference? It used to be like the idea was we would greet the new week. But it's a rolling week, isn't it? Whatever day you pick, there's got another 7 days to come. So pretty much once every 7 days, sort of, I'll do a magazine edition. Now, so what's been happening? Loads and yet nothing. So much more of the same. Politically, the same. Oh my Christ. You know, in the UK, Matt Hancock, former health fucking minister, and all his leaked WhatsApp messages about how they were orchestrating and controlling and trying to instill fear into people during the pandemic. Is anyone surprised? No. Do you hate him all the more? Yes. There was a point where I thought I couldn't hate him any more than I already did. But I do. And even though I hate the guy, I fear for him. I think someone will take that bastard out. Oh, Kilt-Man, are you inciting someone to go and perform a hit job on Matt Hancock? Almost champion of, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Yeah, he tried to reinvent himself by becoming a darling of reality TV shows. He's a prick. An absolute prick. And this is all coming out now. So, you've got that. You've got Norfolk Southern, again, had a derailing of a train at the weekend just gone. In Ohio, the place which they literally, light pollution in Ohio is off the scale now because everybody lives there is glowing with the toxic waste that has been pumped into their bodies via the water, via the soil, via the food, via the air itself that they breathe because of Norfolk Southern, who crashed a train full of toxic waste. And they got a track record of doing that. It's happened time and time again, and they bring in their own specialised people to cover the whole thing up and make the residents sign this. Oh, you're going to get $1,000. That's it, $1,000 each. Well, not each, but per family. And once you accept that money, you sign here, and then you can't take Norfolk Southern to court. I have discussed this before, and since my video on that, there's been enormous amounts of shit that's happened again. You've got Erin Brockovich and so many other luminaries and celebrities have gone to Ohio and tried to highlight what's going on. I do think did Biden make a visit there? I mean, obviously he was probably, on the way back from China, signing some other, huge acreage of American land to the Chinese, because that's what he's been doing, folks. And then he made a little flying visit, just probably didn't land, just waved out of the window of Air Force One. Ooh, and his mask on. Ooh, what a fiasco! What an absolute bunch of lies, deceit, corruption from every level. It's incredibly bad, and hey, but it's the magazine show. So in other current affairs, missing people. Actor Julian Sands, still missing since Friday the 13th. God, what was it? Was it January? It was January, Friday the 13th, wasn't it, that he went missing? And in the Baldy Bowl mountain area the Baldy Mountain. Fucking hell. It's something like that. Folks, I've discussed it so many times. The San Gabriel mountain range. Now, sadly, they have not located him, his body, his whereabouts at all. And the last that I heard, which is only the last sort of day or so, they had started to do to renew ground searches, and they couldn't do them for so many weeks because the weather's so bad. Storms all the time, snow, sleet, rain, heavy wind. You know, it's just it's not practical to put people in harm's way to try and find someone. And they know what they're doing, the search and rescue teams and the sheriff's department. But they were renewing ground search. They've done helicopters and planes and drones and lots of high-tech stuff to try and find, you know, anything metallic, anything digital, anything like a credit card which could give off a pulse, and they find it. And they did find, after about, I think, a week of him being missing, they found where it could be via, it's Reco, the system's called. And when they actually ground searched it, there was nothing there. Now, they've had to call off the search again because of the threat of avalanches. So, folks, you've got to now horribly realise that he's dead. He's dead. You ain't coming back from this one. And you've got a mountain which has blizzards, it has avalanches, a hell of a lot. It's a dangerous area to be hiking in. Although Julian Sands was highly experienced and knew the area well. He lived literally 40 miles away from it, like so. But you've got, I don't know, dozens, maybe even hundreds of bodies strewn about Everest, but you can't bring them back down because of the danger. These people have fallen and gone into a crevice, they've gone into a chasm. You can't logistically and safely and justifiably put people up there to go and rescue that body and bring the body back home. They have brought many back home, but that's a lot. That costs a lot of money to do so. Got to understand that as horrific as it is, you know, if it was some member of my family, I'd be up there all the time, and I would come back home with that body, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And there are families and private organisations that will do that and keep on going. But as I say, Everest has bodies strewn all over it, which will never come back home. And Julian Sands may well be a similar sort of case. Now, once the summer begins to kick in, maybe with the big melt, they can go up there, they can ground search, and they'll find something. His body may get swept down and, like, you know, sort of the melt waters. Who knows? But not good. It's not good, folks. So, have I got any good news then? Let me just check my notes. No. No, there is some good news. There is some good news. With the unbelievable, almost uncanny sort of synchronicity that these guys have. 2 super channel contributors. You know him, you love him. It's Steve 007 Smith, the guy that bestows all these, look around now, all these canvas artworks and all of the gifts as well to the channel. He sent something else again. It's here. I haven't opened it. It's here. It's another movie canvas art. And he sent some clues as well. And in this magazine edition, I'm going to give you the clues so that I've got a bit of time to try to work out what it might be. I think I know what it is. I do. And I think Steve, because he sent me the clues before this arrived, he just said, oh, canvas clues. So I was like, oh, is there a canvas on the way? Oh my God, whoa, great. Because I love these things. And the clues were, I've written them down. Because these are canvas movie artwork. They are movie posters which Steve 007 Smith has perhaps redoctored and brought in other elements and then got them printed up on a canvas and put in a wooden frame. You can see all this stuff here. A lot of it, some of it's fan art, some of it's original poster artwork. Sometimes he jiggles about with the credits and puts a little personal message in there. They're all incredibly wonderful and I love them, and there are thousands, you know, in this house now, thousands adorning the walls of the mansion. But he always gives me clues and I mostly get them right. I mostly work it out. And I'll tell you the clues right now. So you've got a chance now. After I post this video up, you've got a chance. But I will be opening that box later on. So be quick. Right. The movie in question, the artwork within this box here, is an infamous B movie from the golden age of video. The golden age of video. So you're talking 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, and the video nasty sort of era in the UK. And me and Steve are a similar age and we have a similar outlook on movies, and we were brought up on the same stuff all the time. Like, so from the golden age of video, notorious for its gore and violence. Yeah. But audiences nowadays probably wouldn't know too much about this movie. Okay, so straight away, oh sorry, I've missed out a very important part as well. I don't believe I missed out the most relevant bit of the clues. A very misleading poster. A misleading poster. Straight away I thought of one video nasty and a zombie movie, right? And the poster, many of the original posters for it were massively misleading. I'm not going to say what the title is. I'm not going to say what I think it is. I know. I'm convinced I know what it is. And first of all, I went, it's a zombie movie, and I sent him a message back with a kind of cryptic sort of clue in there, like. So I was throwing clues back to him that, well, I won't say what I said, and he's just poker faced, even though it's like just messaging. He was poker faced and didn't give nothing away. And then I thought about it again, and I thought, no, it isn't. I know what this is. And then about an hour or so later, I texted him back again and said, oh no, that original idea, I can't say the word because it'll give it away. So I'll give the clues again. An infamous B movie from the golden age of video. Notorious for its gore and violence, but audiences probably wouldn't even know too much about it these days. And a very misleading poster. Ta-da! I am utterly 99.999% convinced that I know what's in that box. And if I come unstuck, then hey ho. It's life. I've guessed most of these, so it's about time I come unstuck. But anyway, so I said it was uncanny that two Super Channel contributors who often seem to act in cahoots. When I get a canvas artwork off Steve 007 Smith, I often, always on the same day, or with a day or two apart maybe, I get a box from your friend of mine, Astrodyne, a traveller in time, Astrodyne. And he has indeed sent a box, and these two arrived today, same bloody day. So, now Astrodyne normally sends bloody huge crates of stuff, and within those crates there is movies, music, books, magazines, figures, merchandise, God, just everything you can imagine of cult merch will be in there, and it's all spectacular. But normally it's a big crate. It takes me hours to go through everything there. This time, I don't know, there's cutbacks are plenty these days. Look at it, it's a little tiny box. But you know, you can always, you think, I've took my address off the top there, you can always, you know, ooh, that's substantial. Something there. Actually, that did rattle before, it's not rattling anymore. Obviously something's settled in there, I don't know, but feels good to me though. So I fully intend to open these, well, certainly within the next 24 hours, hopefully a lot sooner than that. But I want to give you guys a bit of time to try and work out what you think might be in that box, the movie art, because with Astrodyne stuff, there's not many clues really. Astrodyne doesn't tend to do that, and it just could be anything in there. So I've got no idea. But there's t-shirts. He sends t-shirts as well, which is great. I love a bit of t-shirty fashion sort of thing going on. So boxes to open. We hate Matt Hancock. We want Julian Sands brought back home. To bring closure to the family at least. Right. What else has happened? Okay, well, I've discovered Highland Guard, which is a very cheap bottle of whiskey. It's a blend, but it's actually quite nice. I'll be honest, it's quite nice. It's very clear. It's very strangely clear. Okay. As a lot of you know, Kilt Mansion is haunted. For lack of a better phrase, we have things that happen in this house. And I've done since day one we moved in. We've been here for many, many years now. And loads of things have happened. To the point where we don't even discuss it now. Things just happen and they happen and you just go, okay, it's a spook. I have discussed this before. I've mentioned this on video quite a few times. And there'll be a proper full update of all the latest shenanigans and, you know, paranormal activity. But something happened on Sunday, just gone. So only a couple of days ago. But it wasn't in this house. No. It was in another house. Connected. My father-in-law, Big Bob Olty, has now gone to a home. He's 91 years old. He can't use his legs. He needs 24-hour care. He's gone to a home. But me and his daughter, otherwise known as Mrs. Kilt-Man, have been removing all the stuff from his house and trying to make it beautiful and clean, which has not been that easy because over Christmas, while he was in hospital, his pipes burst. Not his own pipes, his house pipes, during the freeze, and flooded the fucking house. So it's been a bloody nightmare. A bloody nightmare. So we've been over there a lot, regularly, 2 to 3 times a week, clearing stuff out and cleaning the house up and drying the house out. And we've done it. And we're going to put it on the market. So we were there on Sunday, me and Mrs. Kilt-Man, and I was downstairs, and we've got these like plastic crates, and we've been putting in like ornaments and glassware and plates and just, you know, ceramics and that sort of stuff. Not that we want to keep a lot of this. Most of it we're not going to keep it, but we're giving it to charity shops. Most of this stuff's gone to charity shops, so we're taking these things and giving them away. But you've got to wrap them in bubble wrap so they don't crack and shatter. And there's a hell of a lot of this shit, I'll be honest. And I've not been the best. As Mrs. Kilt-Man will readily tell you, I've been really pissed off with this so many times. But, you know, it's got to be done. So I was downstairs, and by the way, his house it's in Sefton, which is part of Merseyside, or just outside of Merseyside, and it's on a ley line, and it does have a very strange vibe, that house. When you used to, your cars, you know, you got like your digital, you know, you click and you unlock your car. If you parked your car outside his house, that wouldn't work. The amount of times we had to get the AA out, not Alcoholics Anonymous, I wasn't that bad in those days, But the AA, Automobile Association, to come out, my wife she's part of them, and they come out and they fix the car and they get into the, get the car started, get into the car in the first place. They fix it. But he said, oh yeah, it's a strange area this. We get a lot of calls around here. People can't open their cars. This ley line thing, and it's right on these ley lines, this house. We've got all the old deeds and the old maps and all that, and you can see where it crisscrosses and all that. Wow, it's crazy. But this is what happened. And you folks know that I love UFOs and werewolves and vampires and ghosts and all, supernatural stuff. I've got a massive love for it all, and crazy things. Because I believe in a hell of a lot of it. I don't know what most of it is, but I know that things happen. Things happen in this house. I don't know what they are, but they do happen. I've discussed it before. But this particular incident, I can't even categorize it. I have no idea how to label this up. So I'll just tell you what happened. Now, I was downstairs with these plastic crates, and I was doing the job of the bubble wrap around a stack of plates, ceramics and stuff like, and some old porcelain and pots and lots of silver spoons. They're silver because they wear something. Christ, yeah. Wrapping these things up and putting them in boxes, then we put them in our car and we bring them back. Now, my wife, Janet, Mrs. Kilt-Man, was outside on the. He's got 3 gardens. There's a garden at the front, there's a garden at the back, and there's a garden at the side. A triangular shaped garden because it's an end house. This fucking ley line ridiculousness. It's bizarre. It's almost like he's one of the points of a pentagram, And what's that star on the wall for, And she was outside on the front path. Nice garden there, and all the bins were there, and she had bags of rubbish and things that were going to go into the actual rubbish bin and things that were going to be going to the recycling bin. And she was out there, and the door was open, the front door was open. I'm in the downstairs. It's a big knock-through room. I was down there, but I wasn't too far away from the front door. And in fact, I wasn't doing fuck all. I'd done a load of stuff and bubble wrapped it all up. And I was just sitting there. I was actually on my phone, and Mrs. Kilt-Man shouted from outside, and she went, "Oh, can you bring that chest of drawers down? Because I want to take that home." Right. This chest of drawers she's talking about it's tall and narrow, right? It's about 3.5 feet tall. So about there, where I'm sitting on the floor, it's about that height off the floor, and it's narrow. Got a nice little ornate lid on it, and these drawers, just single layer of drawers, all the way down. Now, we'd already moved that from the upstairs room that it was in. The upstairs, even though it's got 3 gardens, it's actually quite a small house compared to this, which is a mansion. This place is fucking huge. It's like a castle, this place. But so 2 back bedrooms, right? Front bedroom and the bathroom. You go up the stairs and the landing is there. Now, you got that back bedroom and that front bedroom, and there's a little divide, the wall divides, and it kind of curves around. Now, we'd already moved that little set of shelves and put it against that. It'd been there for weeks, I know. So Mrs. Kilt-Man shouted to me from outside. She went, can you get that chest of drawers? She called it a chest of drawers. Can you get that chest of drawers and bring it down so we can put it in the car and you can take it? And I went, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do. So I gets up, puts my phone in my pocket, gets up, stop messaging, stop pissing about, stop looking at how many views you've had on YouTube. And I go into the hall, and then I go up the stairs, and I turn the corner from the first landing, and I go up to that landing there, and there is this little chest of drawers. And as I grab it, I looked up, and what do I see in the back bedroom? There's my wife, who was outside shouting me to tell me to bring that up. I'd seen her come down the stairs and I'd seen her go out because she had bags of stuff. She never came back in that I saw. And I was in, because you could see where I was sitting in that downstairs knock through living room. I've got a plain view straight into the hall there and the stairs, and she was outside. She never came back in. So she's there in the back bedroom, and I went to grab this thing. I went and saw her, and I went, and she was bagging stuff up. And she went, "What?" I said, "You were outside?" And she went, "I've not been outside." I said, "You were outside. You were outside. You shouted me to go and get this thing." And she went, "I never shouted you at all. I didn't shout you to get anything at all. I've been up here. Look, I've got these bags to go in the rubbish." My God, look at this spectral light that suddenly appeared. How bizarre is that? How genuinely bizarre is that? No, that's just the sun. The low sort of end of winter, entering spring sunlight in the early evening or late afternoon is poking through that. But look at that. Now, that's it. J.J. Abrams, eat your heart out. There's the lens flare to end them all. That's bizarre. I'm still here, folks, you know. It's almost like I'm glowing as much as the people in Ohio are glowing right now. And she went, "No, I didn't shout you. I haven't gone downstairs." I said, "But you were outside." She said, "No, I wasn't." I said, "But you come down the stairs, you had bags." She said, "No, I haven't been downstairs yet. The bags are here." I said, "But you shouted me. You said to get the chest of drawers." She goes, "No, I didn't." She goes, "Oh, I was going to. I was going to tell you that we want to take this home today." By the way, can you folks even see me right now? Look at that. It's like it's gone Spielbergian now. Fuck that. No, let me change that. Oh my God, that any better? No. Not any better. Jesus Christ, that's... How the fuck? I've just pulled the curtains across. How is it still doing it? Well, spooky shit continues. Let's just turn that round a bit. Yeah, let's go that way. Yeah, right. Right. Fucking hell. I think a stiff drink's in order. Cheers, y'all. Just no. I said I was gonna tell you, or we're gonna bring that home with us, the chest of drawers, because I want it. And but I hadn't shouted you, and haven't gone downstairs. Now, I know I drink a lot, and I love this shit, but this was actually Sunday morning. I hadn't had anything to drink at all, so it wasn't anything like that. So I didn't want to like labour the point. It was like, no, but you were downstairs. I did say it. She goes, are you all right? I said, I'm fine. But I just thought I heard you shout from outside, and I'd seen you come down the stairs. She goes, I hadn't come down the stairs, but I do want that chest of drawers bringing back home. Christ, the haunted chest of drawers. The motherfucker's here now, by the way. It's here. We did bring it home. Oh my God. What have I unleashed? You've heard of the term, the hitchhiking. You know, when spectral entities hitchhike and go back. You might see something in one country or one area, one village, many miles away, and then whatever it is, it attaches to you and comes back home with you. Hitchhiker. And shit, have I done it? Have I actually done it as well with this chest of drawers? And she was like, no, I was gonna tell you, bring it home, but I never said it out loud. I never spoke to you. I didn't shout at you at all. I didn't even leave this bedroom. So what happened there then, folks? What did I hear? Because, and I'm going to bleed into another little thing that happened as well. And I was awake for Sunday night and in fact Monday night as well. It's now Tuesday, but I was awake last night thinking about this. And because I know myself, a trained observer, I know how to observe things and to make notes of things, mental notes, and keep a track of the time, the weather, everything that happens at that time, and who said that, where did it come from, where were you? I know shit like that, and this wasn't anything particularly spectacular. It was just me in the downstairs living room, and the wife was outside, or so I thought. I'd seen her go down the stairs, I'd seen her go outside, and then I heard a shout, and when I walked past the open front door, although I can't verify this, in my mind, she was there on the front path with the bins, putting the stuff into the bins. And that's what she was doing upstairs, getting these bags together of all the stuff that's going to go into the bins, right? And then she's actually upstairs and she hasn't said a word. So, what is it? Was it telepathy? Was it what she was thinking was transmitted to me? But what about the supposed movement from upstairs to outside and then back up again? I don't know. I don't know. How bizarre is that? Now, in this house, bizarrities happen a lot. And, but to the point where we don't even talk about it because it's just, it's the spook. It's called the spook. You'll need to go back on previous videos to glean a lot more info on that if you don't remember or if you're new to all this. And if you're new to all this, haha, good luck. I will do an update. People keep asking me about the latest spooky activities. And the thing is, there's been nothing major in this house. The only thing that's happened really has been this. And it wasn't in this house. This was the oddities of Bob's house. Big Bob Alty's house. Does it not want to let go? Is that what it is? It's missing Bob. Could be. I don't know. The ley lines. Who knows? It's all very strange. I would say, don't lose any sleep over it, but I have lost sleep over this, going over it. But I saw you came down the stairs. Is there a time dislocation? Is there something? I don't know. Oh, by the way, folks, if I was going to make something up, believe you me, it would be more spectacular than that. Because it's not even that. I mean, what is it? It's just, I thought you were outside when you said that, but no, you were actually upstairs the whole time, and you never said a word, but your thoughts went into my head. I heard your voice. I don't know. But it bleeds into this other thing as well. Now, I didn't sleep the last couple of nights too well. And I was lying awake thinking about this, and that really happen the way I think it did? And I was in the pub Sunday evening, I should say, and a great Liverpool game. Liverpool absolutely trounced Man United, trounced them. Man U were a shambles, but it doesn't matter. We still 7-0. Fantastic. Now, in the pub, I was in several different pubs, and I was talking to a mate, and he said, I've had no sleep. I said, what happened there? 3 o'clock, I woke up, and I was like, oh my God, I just woke up, and I couldn't get back to sleep again. And I said, I get that a lot, I wake up sort of, 3:30 sort of time, a lot, and then drift off again, hopefully. Well, if that was one person that told me that, another 3 or 4 people that same day in a different pub, and then again yesterday. And yesterday I was in the Telegraph and someone said to me, I went, oh God, you know, I've had terrible dreams lately. I said, what, nightmares you mean? And he went, well, I don't call them nightmares, just call them dreams. And there's no monsters or anything like that, but it's just they're unsettling, and I wake up and I can't get back to sleep again. And having heard what I'd heard the day before, I went, what, last night you had? He went, yeah, oh God, yeah. And I said, well, what time did you wake up? And he said, oh, look, I got up, sat bolt upright in bed, looked over the missus, looked at the digital clock, and it was 3 o'clock. What's with 3 o'clock in the morning? People waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I'm just telling you the things that I've experienced and the things that I've heard that other people have experienced, and it's very, very bizarre. Maybe, you know, when we finally do crossover, it's not bizarre at all. There's a massive rhyme and reason to everything. Oh, you heard your missus do that because she was like, oh, and you wake up at 3 because of blah, blah, blah. And, you know, the things spin on your walls because of this. And, like, you know, that thing, that orb that followed you in the graveyard. By the way, check that video out. I've been asked about that a lot. Has it happened since? And no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Many strange things do happen in that cemetery. Many. When I'm dog walking, because the mansion backs onto a cemetery. So, you know, Stephen King would have a field day with that, wouldn't he? You know? But it's, you know, a lot of freaky things do happen. So, what have we done? We've covered a bit of the news. Oh, we lost Tom Sizemore. Oh my God. That was a bit of a shocker, that, to be honest. A shocker and yet not a shocker. A guy that was a completely fantastically powerful tour de force of an actor who invested so much into crazy madcap characters and really, you know, gave it his all. Well, on the flip side, he was an addict to substance abuse, and he was, by all domestic accounts, a terrible man. But I loved his performances in movies, and he died. And I did a video on it, an obituary for him, and oh dear, yeah, that bothered me as well. So you've had that. We've got the boxes to open, which will be great. They're coming up. They are coming up, folks. Oh, the peeve of the week. Well, you know what? There's so fucking many things that pissed me off, you know. But I'll tell you what has pissed me off massively, is, and I'm not going to name names here, but I think she knows. My husky dog, who is over there right now, reclining on the deck. It's her birthday next week, so she'll be 9 years old, and she's gorgeous. You've seen her, and she's a glutton. She is. I've had dogs all my life, and they all, well, you know what dogs are like. They just think with their stomachs. Eat, and then eat so much that they explode. And then they'll eat, if their gob's still working, they'll still consume their own giblets. Just continually eat. There's no shut off. And she's terrible. She's the worst. And she's the Marilyn Monroe of the husky world. She's got a full set of curves on her. She is Roxy by name, Roxy by nature. She's a fucking slut. A pure cougar, and she teases all the young, well, any dog, even female dogs go after her as well, because she's so bloody gorgeous, and she just gives off, you know, whatever the pheromones are, she gives them off in abundance, and so she's gorgeous, but she carries a bit of excess. She's part of the Wirral Sled Dog group, and so a lot of huskies and Malamuts are involved in that, and a lot of them carry a bit of excess too. You get some that are very nice and lean, and the rib cages are kind of apparent, That does not look good to me. Look like an Auschwitz fucking victim, you know. But she carries a bit, but she runs around and she's active as hell. Now, this particular bitch in the pub, again a pub. Oh, Roxy's looking a bit fat there, looking fat. And I went, excuse me, looking fat. Your dog's fat. How many times are you gonna fucking say that? My dog's fat, right? That dog is like my daughter. So, if it was a human being that I was with, would you go up and say, oh God, fat? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't say that shit. And if you say that shit to a human being, they will be traumatized, and the person they're with will hopefully smack the teeth out of your gob. Make you eat your fucking words. But no, she was like, and she's a dog person herself. No, she's fat. And I tried to laugh it off, being the happy-go-lucky sort of keep the peace knobhead that I am. I was like, well, no, she's got a full set of curves. The Marilyn Monroe of the dog world. No, she's fat. I said, she's not fucking fat. Alright, she's not fat. Stop insulting my dog. But I did it kind of like, you know, don't stop insulting my dog, you know. And like, oh, but no. Because clearly she'd had a drink or two. So she was like a bit more, you know, assertive. So I went, oh, you're fucking ugly. She went, oh, there's no need for that. Don't you call a member of my family fat then? Okay, don't fucking do it. Alright. Kilt-Man, is there a problem here? Kilt-Man, there's no problem here. Because she's going to shut the fuck up right now, isn't she? Aren't you? I'm just saying your dog's a bit fat. And I'm saying you're fucking ugly. And don't insult my dog again, because my dog is a member of the family. Alright? Are we clear on this now? If you say so. Fuck off. If you'd done that to a person, say it was like someone's human daughter or their wife, it doesn't matter. If you said to a human, you'd expect to have the fucking taste kicked out of your face, you know. But I don't want a dog. All dogs don't matter. The worst thing about it is that she's a dog person as well, and she runs something to do. I'm being careful. She runs a thing for a particular breed of dogs, and does a bang up job doing it. Does not give her the excuse to come out with that shit like that. So, you know, if you're watching this, fuck you, you know. And you won't get away with it again. You won't. So, by the way, if you're wondering what the music is, this is the score to the wonderful movie Cutter's Way, and the score is by Jack Nietzsche, and it's wonderful. Cymbalums and synthesizers and very queasy, weird music. It's a wonderful thriller with Jeff Bridges and William Hurd and Lisa Eichenbacher, something like that anyway. And it's a wonderful slow burn thriller. But William Hurd plays a guy who's a Vietnam veteran, and he's got long shaggy hair, an eye patch, he's got a bad leg, and he looks just like Snake Plissken. He looks like Kurt Russell as Snake Plissken. Snake Plissken is, of course, my all-time favourite heroic character of all time. You can have your Rambos, you can have all of that, your Martin Riggs, you know, your John Matrix, your James Bond. Snake Plissken is the man. And it's weird how William Hurd has the eye patch and the hair. And Snake Plissken ends up limping a lot in Escape from New York. And he's got a limp, and he's got a massive combative chip on his shoulder as well. He hates the world, hates the government, hates all of the corruption which he sees all around him, and he fights back good style. And it's a wonderful movie. I'll cover that movie one day because it's well worth it. It's such a strange film and very unsettling and very tragic and very upsetting as well. But it's such a wonderful movie, and this score. Let's go back onto the queasy main theme and all of this sort of weird. I keep using the word queasy because it is. It kind of like it's unsettling. It's almost like you're at sea and you've had too much to drink and you've eaten like a bit of a fish supper which you shouldn't have had. It wasn't quite cooked properly. Come on, but you've got this Mexican flavour to it as well. So while you're listening to that, let's just think. Oh, we've done the pet peeve now. People fat shaming animals. Fuck off. If your dog's healthy, I can say that she's overweight. She carries a bit of excess. She does. She's also molting a lot at the moment because we're seeing from the winter into spring. Although it's got to be said, the weather forecast for here, for the UK, is nightmarishly bad in the next few days. We're getting snow and we're getting massively sub-zero temperatures. The beast from the east is going to fucking come blitzkrieging into us again. We've had it in the past and it's going to really wreak havoc. So that should be interesting. Listen to this though. It's the wobble and the warble. Listen. Cutter's Way is a wonderful movie. I genuinely recommend it. As I say, I will cover it properly. So the pet peeve is don't fucking, badmouth anyone's friends or family or their pets. How dare you? And if you do it, please, don't be surprised when someone fucking chins you or badmouths you back because I'm not saying a name again. I ain't your friend anymore. You fucked up there. You went too far. And that's it now. So, that's for you, bitch. And you are ugly. You brought it on yourself. Ugly bitch. Chew on that, So, what a great magazine this turned out to be. Should do these every day. A magazine a day, Change all. And the earworm. Now this is, again, when we do the magazines, you get the peeve of the week, you get the current news, we just brushed over that, and you get stuff, just stuff. And now you've had the peeve of the week, you're going to get the earworm of the week. I'd like to have said it should be that, but oh no. We're gonna go far more upbeat than that. Come on, where are we? Let's go into. Can you find it, Kilt-Man? Oh yes, of course you can. Right. Delta Force. The Chuck Norris, Lee Marvin, Steve James. Fantastic movie from the 80s. Golden Globus, based on the actual hijacking of a TWA plane. And Delta Force, the American SAS, who they are very good, but they had a fucking traumatic track record. Their inauguration was disastrous, trying to rescue the hostages from the from Iran, and they crashed in midair. They lost a good couple of dozen Delta Force operatives, and the Ayatollah Khomeini was walking up and down their burnt bodies, gloating over it all. They fucked up, and they fucked up a few more times since then. It was Colonel Charles Beckwith created Delta Force along the lines of the British SAS and SBS. And they are great now, they are, but they bloody well weren't to begin with. But anyway, Delta Force with Chuck Norris and the score by Alan Silvestri. Well, let's get on to this now. Here's the main title. Oh no, let's go to the main theme. It's all on the Synclavier synthesizer. It's pure 80s. Silvestri, of course, is one of the greatest composers in modern times. Predator, Back to the Future, a lot of Marvel stuff. But listen to this. You've blown away terrorists left, right and centre. You've got high-tech, dirt bags with machine guns on them and rocket launchers. It's so jingoistic and heroic. But it's so fucking catchy. And Chuck Norris fucking severely kicks ass in this. And they're all in their black, with black bobble hats on, like. And they've got the stars and bars on their arm, like. Look fucking great. They do. They do. Before you ask, yes. Met a couple. Wonderful, wonderful guys. More openly gung-ho than SAS and SBS guys that I know, but that's Americans for you. I acknowledge and I don't mind it. They're still perfectly professional when it comes down to the job itself. But as I always say, you fuckers can't drink. You can't drink. You might be special forces, you might be elite. You can't fucking drink. All of us go out on manoeuvres all day long, go out and do operations all day long, come back, drink till dawn, and then still get up and run 10 miles, swim 5 miles, and still do an operation, and then go back to the pub afterwards. You guys, don't fucking say that you can, because you fucking can't. You can't hold your ale at all. You drink zero compared to what we drink, and yet we can still come up with the goods. No, guys are great, honestly. Delta Force, Rangers, Special Forces, SEALs, all outstanding, all incredible. But you guys have a lot of special forces, recon Marines, which I trained alongside. It was great. Mojave Desert, like Jesus Christ. I'll be honest, yeah, you guys knew your stuff there. We trained in the fucking Welsh mountains and the mountains, the Grampians and the Brecon Beacons. But then you guys came over to us. You struggled. Cheers. Semper Fi. That's for the Marines, not mine. It's so fucking, up there. It's dead upbeat. It's pure 80s. It's almost like Top of the Pops, isn't it? You can imagine they've got mullets, they've got one guy like Kraftwerk on the keyboard. Okay, that was the main theme. That was an earworm, but fuck it. We're gonna go on to this is the aborted rescue attempt, which ends in disaster in the movie. This is Algiers. They've got some Navy guys and the terrorists, led by Robert Forster, the great Robert Forster, who's been sort of like, they've tanned his skin and given him a big moustache and all that, like, and he's meant to be playing some, are they Libyan or Iranian? I can't even know who they are. Does it really matter? And they beat to death one of these Navy guys, and then they bring his body out. He's still alive, and they open the plane's taxiing off, and they shoot him and throw his body out of the cockpit sort of doorway. Hits the tarmac, but Chuck Norris and the Delta Force are there waiting for the order to go in, and they don't get the order because the terrorists have realised that they're there. But this is the build-up to it. So you've got the main theme, but it's this relentless drum machine. EARWORM. Fucking love this. When I was a teenager, this kicked ass. And I will review this movie as well. And the great Steve James, sadly now deceased, big, hulking, muscle-bound, so charismatic, so full of life, zest and energy. He's in the film that I think this canvas artwork is from. Oh shit, am I giving up? I meant to let you guys work it out for yourselves before I do the unboxing. The rhythm and the beat is relentless. But this is the aborted rescue attempt, so it goes wrong. But it's still like, you're still like waiting. Chuck Norris is there. They're all in the black. They're all like, some of them disguised as like a ground crew and like fuel wagon operatives, waiting for the words "go, go, go," you know. But it all goes tits up, and then this score, this track will take on a more. If it goes on for 11 minutes, this, by the way. I said here where. You got no fucking escape now, have you? It'll take on a more sort of Middle Eastern, Islamic sort of slant. So you've got this driving, militaristic beat and that heraldic fanfare folding in and out. But then it'll take on this other aspect when they can't move, they can't act. The beating to death and then blowing up of Robert Forster's main terrorist leader by Chuck Norris is outstanding in this movie. It's so OTT. And I've always said, you know, dirt bikes, which they do use. This is where it begins to change now. They've got like little you know, handlebar mounted machine guns with little tiny little barrels. What are they firing? Fucking peas, you know. But they've got like rear wheel mounted fucking rocket launchers. Which, how can you target that? You just go, could fucking go anywhere, couldn't it? It could go up in the air and come back down and blow you up. See how it's changed? Sylvester's changed. To that, it's gone Middle Eastern. And then another theme will come in. So clever, so good. Because they're winning. And they're all doing all this fucking, you know, jingoistic bullshit like that they do. And they've just thrown the body out and they taxi off with the captured, you know, the passengers and the air crew as well. Bo Svensson as the captain. Bo Svensson, fucking awesome. Isn't it great? Here's your EARWORM, folks. It just goes on. It's got a Middle Eastern flavour to it. It's all synclavy, it's all synthesised. And drum machines and drum pads. But listen to that. It's almost slight. We're gonna kill you all, Delta Force and innocent passengers. It's got that sly, devious, fucking nasty quality. I have a tremendous sweatshirt, fleece sweatshirt, black with a hood and all that, and the big bellows, double pockets at the front on the belly, and it's got an image in just white against the black background of Chuck Norris from Delta Force with the B300 blowpipe bazooka over his shoulder, and it says, "I don't negotiate with terrorists" across the top, and underneath the image, "I blow them away." That sweatshirt, folks, went round the world with me, and then we went camping in North Wales. North Wales. Me, my wife, family, and all our friends whose kids are the same age as my kids. And we were there, and we packed up the tents and off we went. And then we stopped off on the way back. This is just me and my family. Stopped off on the way back. We come back a day earlier than the other people who were, some were staying up for a bit longer. And we went to a big sort of coastal restaurant and pub. And I thought, I'm gonna put my sweatshirt back on. And I opened up the boot because I thought, I put it in the boot. It went in there. Couldn't find it. Ooh, where's my sweatshirt? I said to my wife, Mrs. Kilt-Man, I said, "Where's that sweatshirt?" And she went, and you know when you realise you fucked up and you go, and you can't mask it, you just go, "Oh, she did that." She went, "Where's my sweatshirt?" And she went, "I put it on a post on the, we're in fields obviously, and there was cattle in the next field, and all our tents were here, you know." And I said, when we were packing things up, I was putting stuff in, and I moved your sweatshirt out and put it on the fence post. Oh my God, was I pissed off. Chuck Norris would have took her head off right then and there. I said, "Phone your mates who were staying there. Phone your mates now and get them to find my sweatshirt." She did, and they did, and it was delivered back the next day to me. My fucking Chuck Norris sweatshirt. "I don't negotiate with terrorists. I blow them away." See how the whole thing has changed? You've got the militaristic Delta Force theme is there, and that backing beat and rhythm, but it's all been taken over. It's as Islamic cults, you know. It's so sly. You can't catch us now, and we got all your people as hostages. Yeah, and we've got Chuck Norris. So guess again. Chuck Norris always, he speaks, you know, it's underplayed, of course. I'm not sitting here going, "Oh, Chuck Norris, great actor. He's great at what he does. Martial artist and a great vengeful character actor." but only certain characters, obviously. And in this, when there is a rescue which gets some people out, and they kill a few terrorists. And he picks up the radio, and like Robert Forster's going like, is it? No, hang on a minute, it's not Robert Forster, it's some other fucking rag-headed bastard. Like, he's going like, American, you know, I want to talk to you, I want to negotiate. Can you hear me, America? Can you hear me? And Chuck Norris just goes like, in that so understated, sort of like the words barely just crawl over his lower lip. He just goes like, loud and clear. What? And the irony is, loud and clear, and he just goes, loud and clear. And then machine guns the entire radio operational thing. So, folks, anyway, here's the sad theme. Again, all done on synclavier. Alan Silvestri is a genius. Just give him a synclavier and he comes up with an incredibly huge orchestral score full of bombast and dynamics, incredible rhythm and beat, super catchy, super memorable, and also moving and eloquent like this. But he also works with full orchestras too. Anyway, folks, there you go. That's been the magazine on the Kilt-Man channel. And it's been a right fucking free-for-all, hasn't it? Jesus Christ, what have we covered here? So fucking much. You know, bitches, fat-shaming, canines. Kill those bitches. Yep. Terrorists, kill all of them. Disasters in Ohio and all sorts of shit. People are still missing in the mountains. Mysterious things in Big Bob's house. Ooh, what the? Let me know. Seriously, if you're still here, let me know of your odd moments and odd things. Everyone's got something which doesn't add up. Something that's happened, and I can't explain it. That's bizarre. And like, don't be ashamed. Don't think, there's a ghost in my house. There's something in my wine cellar. There's something in my attic. This house here I'm sitting in is haunted. I can't think of a better word for it. Haunted is the umbrella term for the things that we have happening in this house, and have had happen for many, many years. So, you know, and if you want me to discuss more of this stuff, I will do. But you'll be bored by a lot of it. It's nothing spectacular, you know. I don't look in the mirror and like, oh, I start peeling my face off, then suddenly a bright light, and I go, oh, I'm alright again. People don't get sucked into the TV, you know. None of that kind of stuff. But the amount of things that have happened, and disappearances, reappearances, and things happening before your very eyes. I mean, to us, it's just, hey, it's just living here. We accept it. It's not hurting us. It's never been malicious. It's never been nasty. It's been scary, but it's not been malevolent. That's what I'm trying to say. But, you know, if it was, we wouldn't still be here. It's as simple as that. And we've kind of got used to it, and we accept it, and, you know, it's, just saying its piece now. We've done something and wants to remind us that, yeah, I was here before you, you know. So folks, gonna open some fucking big boxes soon, and be back. Just to remind you again, on the canvas here, infamous B-movie from the golden age of video. Notorious for its gore and violence, although audiences now might not understand it or even care about it. And God, what was the other clue? I didn't write down the other clue. Its poster was dead misleading. Its poster was dead misleading. I've got it. I've got this. I've got this. Or am I? I've got it. No, it isn't Delta Force. It isn't. If it fucking is Delta Force, Christ almighty. I'll be like... mind blown. Folks, have been always shall be Kilt-Man. Please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. And this... meantime, and... ever combustible and strangely... widely diverse in between time. Please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. And I'm going to see you all... Wasn't that fucking weird with the sunlight coming through there before? The bedazzle. I was bedazzled. Hey, lucky I wasn't bejazzled. Aye.